Well, today we have a real treat. I'm here with Bart O'Brien, who's the Director of Special Projects at Rancho Santa Ana Botanic Garden. He's a renowned horticulturist, and he's also co-authored California Native Plants for the Garden, as well as other books on California native gardening. And he's well known within the horticultural world for his knowledge, and he's been a boss and a mentor to me. So I'm so pleased to introduce him. And we're going to talk about salvias, aren't we?
Right, yes,
Yeah.
and it's a pleasure to be here. So, shall we look at the first one, Salvia spathacea, the hummingbird sage. This one is probably the most garden friendly of all of our native sages, and it will tolerate the widest range of conditions, from partial shade to full sun, to average garden watering, to very dry watering. Its most notable features are its fruity fragrance.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Very interesting scent, and it's our only red-flowered native sage. The flower stalk comes up about here. The flowers are deep red, very attractive to hummingbirds, very easy plant to grow. It will spread underground to make a colony.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sage, and the smell is just amazing.
Yes, well, we have 900 native or salvias in the world, and California's are among the most drought tolerant and best choices for our gardens.
How many?
For the next one we should look at is
Oh.
Salvia brandigii.
Okay, how many salvias do we have in California?
Oh, I think there are 20 some odd, but then there are probably about 50 or so selections and hybrids of these sages for garden purposes. This one is another one that is highly adaptable to gardens. This is Salvia brandigii, the Santa Rosa Island sage. This can have either blue flowers or white flowers. They're fairly small, but the interesting thing about this particular plant is that it will go completely dormant if you don't water it, or you can water it at any time of the year and it'll come into flower. So again, it's probably about the second easiest of all of our native sages to grow in a garden. Also has very attractive leaves. They're almost beaded in texture.
Pebble-like.
Yeah, and shiny. And also, all of our native sages have wonderful aromas, and this one does too.
Yeah.
You can cut this one back or let it get big. Some forms of it will get to be about 6 feet, 8 feet tall.
Oh,
However,
wow.
the ones, if you grow them dry or dry-ish, most of them are about waist high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our next one will be the white sage, Salvia apiana. This is one of our most beautiful sages, but it's also one of the ones that really requires more care. It must have very good drainage or not much water at all in the summer. Its most notable features are this beautiful white foliage. It's one that if you can put light on it at night, it practically glows.
Yeah.
It also has a huge flower spike, up to 6 feet in height.
Wow.
White flower, highly aromatic. Some people don't like the scent. Some people say it smells like BO, but well, whatever. It's also the one that is particularly important to the native peoples. It's used for purification ceremonies where they burn the foliage. And again, it's a very nice fragrance in that respect. It can be a dramatic plant in the garden. Usually the foliage mass will get up to about 3 feet-ish, and then with those 6-foot white sprays of flowers above. Full sun, very drought tolerant when established. Some people just cut off the flower spikes when they're done, or other people leave them for the birds to pick through.
Yeah, that's
Very
important.
attractive plant.
Yeah, well, I like it. I like the scent. I hope that doesn't mean that I'm particularly fond of BO, but